680's Richard Southern joins us now. And Richard, Sears Canada is saying that it's running out of money and doesn't know how much longer it can keep its doors open. The news probably no surprise to our viewers because you asked the CEO more than 2 months ago if the company could survive. And his answers back then, I remember it, actually raised questions about if there was even a serious attempt to save the business.
Yeah, I think we knew definitely something was up, Francis. This was back on April 7th. I talked to Sears Canada's executive chairman, Brandon Stranzel. Take a look at the question I asked him. Are you able to look at me now and tell me that a year from now, Sears Canada will be a going concern?
That would be a forward-looking material statement. We're not able to, I can't talk about anything non-public, and that would have other, we can disclose anything about the product, anything about the past, but you
can't say that a year from now, Sears Canada will still be around.
There is a business in Sears Canada that we're going to grow. There is a business here between all the things we're doing in the store, online, that we're going to grow. That's how I'd have to say it.
So, of course, all he had to say, Francis, was, hey, yeah, absolutely we'll be open in a year. Didn't say that, and then we had the news today. Sears says there are major doubts about its ability to stay open. It may run out of money in the next 12 months. And Mr. Stranzel there, he was a financial analyst who was brought in the fall of 2015 with little retail experience. Fact is, though, Sears Canada has been in trouble for a while. Sales have been falling for the better part of 10 years, and they've been steadily closing stores and laying off employees. The chain has quite the history, Francis. Dates back to the early 1800s when Richard Sears started selling watches by mail order, and of course they were famous for their catalog. But today we're not ordering out of catalogs, we're ordering online, and Sears is hurting and the Hudson's Bay is hurting. And coming up on City News at 6, we're going to look at exactly what this means for Sears Canada employees.
All right, well, the Canadian dollar is taking off now, hitting its highest in 2 months. Ooh.
Yeah, good news if you're planning a trip down south this summer. Canadian dollar at 75.55 cents U.S., as you say, a 2-month high. Takes about $1.32 Canadian to buy $1 US before the service charges. It's because we're still getting signs about interest rates going up. Just today, Governor of the Bank of Canada, Stephen Pullis, telling the CBC in an interview that low rates have, quote, done their job. So people taking that as another sign that interest rates in Canada may be going up this year, and that's boosting the Canuck buck, Francis.
Now, Richard, we all know you're a hip-hop aficionado. I mean, look at you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So here's a sign of what's happening.
DJ Richard.
That's right. Here's a sign of what's happening in the currency market. So rappers are now referencing foreign currency instead of the U.S. dollar.
Yeah, it used to be all about the greenback in rap videos. Remember 50 Cent? 50's like me when I go to bed at night. I'm counting my, $100 bills, right? Look at that. That's me before I go to bed, Francis, right? P. Diddy back in 1997 had a famous song about the Benjamins. But now the U.S. dollar has fallen so much that rappers, they're talking about other currencies. Take a look at this quote. This is an interview in the Wall Street Journal with rapper Remy Banks. He said his favorite currency right now is the Canadian dollar.
Wow.
He told the paper, Francis, that he latched on to the Canadian dollar after a friend told him the bills smell like syrup. He said, "No way, get out of here." But then I put it in my hand, and sure enough, it smelled like maple syrup. And a new study out from Rap Genius found that over the last few months, references on rap songs to the euro, to the Japanese yen, and to the peso have tripled, while references to the Indian rupee, the Russian ruble, and the British pound have also risen sharply in American rap. A sign of the times of the currency markets. Francis, just watch the hip-hop stars.
Well, I can't wait to see your next rap.
I'll bust a rhyme for you, absolutely. We'll do that tomorrow.
So the average mortgage payments in Toronto continue to shoot even higher, Richard.
Yeah, singing the blues maybe if you're a homeowner here in Toronto. We had news today about what the average mortgage rate is, the average mortgage cost every month. People are on average paying just over $1,800 to service their mortgage, up a whopping 11.5% over last year. The average Canadian mortgage just above $1,200 a month, up 4.6%. And the fact that mortgage payments are rising faster than inflation is a concern because it suggests homeowners could struggle to make their payments, especially if, as we say, interest rates go up, Francis.
So Apple is confirming that it's getting into the self-driving car business.
Yeah, it's been rumored for some time that they are making a car. They are not making a physical car. Apple CEO Tim Cook today says the company is working on self-driving technology based on artificial intelligence. A lot of other companies are doing that as well, including Google and Uber and even Canada's BlackBerry. They're big into that. So Apple getting in, at least in some way, to the self-driving car market, and Apple stock bounced back a bit today, Francis.
So a top vodka brand now appears to be trolling Donald Trump in its new ad campaign.
I want to show you the ad. It's SMIRNOFF, the vodka. And look at this. In the ad, it says, "Made in America. But we'd be happy to talk about our ties to Russia under oath." Of course, a reference to, the White House, which is facing allegations of collusion with the Russian government. SMIRNOFF is owned by British spirits giant Diageo. It traces its roots, though, to Russia back in the 19th century, Francis.